Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast bud.
What's up, gang? Welcome to the G.R.I.N.D. Simon Arias here. Get ready, it's a new day. What's up, gang? Welcome to another episode of the G.R.I.N.D. Get ready, it's a new day. And, man, don't judge me. I'm going to get real today. I'm going to get where I'm most comfortable. That's being me. And so the topic is don't spend the re-up money. I may lose a few listeners after this one, but I'm gonna keep it real with you, and we'll make the analogy. And I know there's young people that listen, and high school kids and college kids, but I think at some point this is public knowledge and information, and I can give them a quick tutorial in things that maybe they weren't versed in that at some point in life they may. And so what I'm talking about is when I was a young person, a young kid, I did sell some drugs for a good amount of years. And I'm not proud of myself or wouldn't want my kids to do that or, all that other stuff. But I'm just telling you, it is what it is. This is what happened. And but I learned a lot of business in that. Now having kids in a youth program that I try to spend time with and help and mentor, sometimes I've seen things like this pop up and I'm like, man, that kid, he just don't know how to express himself yet, but he just really wants to be an entrepreneur. He just don't have the means. He don't know what to do with it, but he wants to be an entrepreneur. He wants to own his own business. And so if we can get that kid to point that energy in the right direction, in the right things, that kid has so much potential to be a game changer in the nonprofit world or in the business sector, or something like that, because he just got that little hustle in him. It just needs to be pointed in the right direction. And so, I learned at a young age how to invest into yourself and into your business, because we would learn that when you sold a product and the money came back in, the only way to really move up or to get promoted or to have more is really you have to invest back into that product to have more and more and more. And so once you, like, there was people that didn't do that, and the people, they would just make money and then spend all the money, make money, spend all the money, and they would stay there and end up working for the people that would not spend the re-up money and continue to reinvest. And so I didn't know what I was really learning, at that point at a young age, but I start to see in business these parallels a lot, now that I'm 37 years old. And so you got to invest into yourself and into your business. The best investment. I mean, there's so many, people always trying to, I'm going to time the market. Is the market going to crash? Is the real estate market going to be good? I'm telling you, there's not a better investment you can ever make than into yourself. So I want to ask you, what investments are you making into yourself? Time and money, but even just think about the money. What money are you putting back into yourself in the form of a book, a class, a course, a gym membership, like something that's going to make you better? And investing into your business. That's always that's what I've learned from people that are literally worth $1 billion is the best investment you can make is put it right back into your own business. You can control it. Instead of betting on somebody else, you bet on yourself. You know this business. But I see so many people not follow this concept and mindset and not even realize that they're not doing it. That there's literally people that I know and that I knew growing up that didn't have a high school degree, a high school diploma, let alone a college degree, never finished high school, that understand the concept of putting money back into their own business to grow it. But then you have people that are college educated that don't know that and don't understand that. Whether you're in a salary position or a commission position, find a way to invest into yourself in order to go up in whatever particular thing that you're trying to chase. And so when I think about how to do it, it's like we call it flipping your money, flipping it. So they say, oh man, I flipped that 10,000 to 20,000. I flip 1 pack to 3 packs, or I flipped $100 into $5 or $500. Was that Pac trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, still pay the rent? Like that's flipping your money. That's what they're trying to explain to you, is you take it and you flip it and you flip it and you flip it. And that's how you build your business, is you take that $500, turn it into $1,000 by reinvesting, take that $1,000 into $5,000 into $10,000. All of a sudden you double 10,000 and you got 20. Then you double 20 and you got 40, and you double 40 and you got 80. But you got to, it's that balance of living a little bit below your means at the time, which I'll get around to. Also, the benefit that you got, like when you're dealing with business, if you're an entrepreneur or if you own your own business, if you put the money into your business, you don't pay taxes on it. So for example, if I had $1 million and I kept it to myself, I got to give a large portion to the government in the form of taxes that I won't see. If I put that whole $1 million back into the business and invested it into something in the business, I don't pay any taxes on that money. That's a lot of money. Well, then not only that, but that money is now allowed to make me more money. So I didn't pay taxes on this. I would have. This money now makes me that money. That money wouldn't even existed if I would have gave it over here to just the taxes, or I would have spent it all. This money only exists because I bought this and then I flipped that, or I invested it into more staff people or more leads or more resources or more this or more that, and it keeps making you more money, and you don't have to pay tax on it if you put it back into your own business. It's like flipping it. And so I think that's one way. You don't only want to invest into the business for tax purposes, because you could still lose in that setting if you don't end up making money. But a lot of times I watch people pay taxes on stuff because they don't want to put money into their business, and it would make them more money. So just something to look at. Another concept around don't spend the re-up money in that little form of chapter of my life where I learned that education for a while was hiring others and sharing the profits. So it's only so many things that you could do. You can only be in so many places at one time. You can't be in New York and North Carolina and Pittsburgh at the same time. You're only one person. So if you want to grow and expand, that means you got to hire other people. And that means if you did it all by yourself, you would have 100% of the profit. But if you join forces with other people and hire and then you have to share in some of the profit with those people. But you understand sharing in that profit, if you do it right, makes you more money. What do you mean by that? Well, let's say I was only able to sell 100 widgets myself, but I hired 2 other people and they each sold 100 widgets a piece. I was only able to sell 100 because I only got so much time in a day. So we sold 300. But I had to split the profit with them 50-50. So I got 100 widgets I made. Now I got 50 of his and 50 of his. So I really got 200 widgets now, which would have doubled. And I'm just saying widgets for whatever it is that you're doing. But I would have doubled whatever that number was by having other people doing it with me. But you got to share in the profit. So sometimes people are like, well, I don't want to share in the profit. Well, I don't want to. Well, that money wouldn't have existed. And so in the game, you learn to hire other people, but you got to split the profit with them. You got to share some of the profits. Then, in order to reinvest into your business, especially in the beginning, you got to live below your means. Like the way it's really taught is you're supposed to like not let anybody know that you're making a bunch of money. So you should be driving a hoopty. You should be driving like a little low key car somewhere and living below your means and stacking money. But if you get outside of that, in the beginning, if you were just starting your business or if you were even hustling in the streets, when you start to make money, you got two choices. One, I'm going to take all this money and I'm going to buy a bunch of clothes and I'm going to go kick it at the bar or whatever too much and spend most of it. Or I'm going to hold my water. I'm not going to do those things because I need to put all this money back into that so I can make more money because I don't want to go to the club. I want to buy the club. That's the difference. Do you want to go to the club or do you want to buy the club? Because if you want to go to the club, then you don't have to live below your means. You just floss and flaunt it and spend it and live right now. But if you want to own the club, you might have to sit a couple times out when people are going to the club. So you could take all that money you would have spent on outfits or whatever else. I'm going to just take all this money, put it right back in, put it right back in, put it right back in, put it right back into the business till one day I buy the club that these people been going to, spending all their re-up money. So you do that by living below your means and then level up and then level up and then level up, but always be late, which leads me into you should set goals in order to spend. What do you mean by that? Well, if I want to buy a car for $50,000 and I'm going to get a bank loan, I may say, well, all right, I told myself on paper when I got $150,000 in the bank, then I'll bless myself with that car. So that's setting a goal in order to spend it. Or, oh man, I really like that watch. All right, well, when you go from X amount in the bank to X amount saved in the bank, then you reward yourself with that watch. The problem is people be rewarding themselves without really even having a goal to reward. It's like, all right, we win the Super Bowl, we get a ring. Cool. We win the AFC championship, we get this. Great. You win your conference, you get this. Great. But you shouldn't be rewarding yourself without winning the conference, without winning something. So set goals in order to spend whatever it is. You want to take a vacation. All right, how much money you want in your bank first to do that? Oh, I want to get a ring or for this person. All right, when I got X amount of dollars in the bank, then I'm going to do that. Setting yourself goals of getting like a first down. Like picture it in football of first down, then you move the chains. There's another 10 yards. There's another 10 yards. Getting to where you want to go, every month you want to get first downs. You want your money to go up in your bank account, especially when you're just getting off the ground. So February, I want to have more money in July in there than I did in February. Then when I'm in July, I want to have more money than I did in February. But when I get to October, November, I want to have more money then than I did in July. I want to keep at least moving it forward what I have in that account until I hit a certain goal of, all right, I said when I hit 50 grand, I was going to buy myself this. Okay, boom, you hit 50 grand, bought yourself that. Maybe you spent 10,000 or whatever. Great. Then you start it all over again. So, all right, well, now when I get to 100 grand in the bank, then I'm going to reward myself with this. Boom. Then you spend some of it and you start all over again. Well, I said, well, here's the next thing I want. And now you set the goal for that. All of that type of stuff is a mindset you get from don't spend the re-up money. It's okay if you're hustling to buy a badass outfit and go out sometimes. If you make enough over here to continue to grow your business and run your business, that's great. But if you're spending the re-up money, like legit, it's an option of, well, I could reinvest it into the business and make more money, but I chose to go on vacation and buy myself 5 outfits and all this stuff. That's when you're hustling backwards, and you should set goals. It's okay to go on vacation, but how much money do you want to have in your bank first? Oh, it's okay to buy this for myself, but okay, how much money do I want to have in the bank first? All these things is around the concept that you'll learn that you would learn if you watch people that hustle is they re-up, invest it back into the business, back into the business. Hire other people, share the profits. In the beginning, when you're getting off the ground, live below your means. Flip it, reinvest it, flip it. These are things that if you take that concept to your business, whatever your business is out there right now, I want you to think about, well, what things, if I put more money into them, they would give me more money. What am I missing in my business that I'm not putting enough money into? If that's the phase I'm in, that would be making me more money that I should be flipping it, and I see where I'm going wrong. Or are you in the phase of just getting off the ground and you need to be focused on living below your means? Living and keep reinvesting into the business because you ain't off the ground enough to even be thinking like that. Right now, you need to kind of slum it out. Like, let everybody laugh at you because they got new outfits and you ain't got a new outfit. Or they went to the club and you didn't get to go to the club. Or he got a Cadillac and you got a little decent car, whatever. Let them laugh at you now. That might be the phase you're in. But while they're clubbing, while they're kicking it, while they ain't watching, you keep reinvesting. You keep not spending the re-up money. Like, you just keep reinvesting. People don't see what you're doing because you're putting it all into yourself and all into your business, and it's all back into your business. You're not buying cars and chains and flashy stuff and houses and trips, and so they don't think you doing nothing, so they just laughing at you. And then one day, where they go, you own. Where they go, you own. Because while they were making it and spending it, you were investing it into yourself, betting on yourself, doubling down, flipping it, not spending the re-up money. And that's how you start to grow your organization, grow your business, grow whatever it is that you're trying to grow. But it takes that discipline. So look at yourself and ask yourself, what's my self-growth plan? Am I investing into myself? What areas of my business should I be investing into more? Do I need to be living a little bit more below my means? Delayed gratification. But whatever it is, make sure that you're making the right investments into the right places and you're looking at it from the right perspective in order to grow your business. So I hope this helped you guys out there. Appreciate you for your time. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Grindcast. Get ready. It's a new day.
Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast, bud.